If an element is subjected to pure shearing stress xy, then the maximum principal stress is equal to A2 xy, B xy2, C xy, D1 xy2. The correct answer is xy. The wall friction of the retaining wall. A decreases active earth pressure but increases passive earth pressure. B decreases passive earth pressure but increases active earth pressure. C decreases both active and passive earth pressures. D increases both active and passive earth pressures. The correct answer is decreases active earth pressure but increases passive earth pressure. Consider the following statements. The salient features of a bar chart over network are that 1. It is simple to draw and easy to understand. 2. It is unable to depict interdependence of activities. 3. It clearly distinguishes between critical and non-critical activities. 4. It is not possible to crash activities to get optimum and minimum duration of the project. Which of the following statements given above are correct? A 1, 2, 3 and 4. B 2 and 3. C 1, 2 and 4. D 1, 3 and 4. The correct answer is 1, 2 and 4. Which one of the following is the best method for locating sounding to estimate the dredged material from the harbours? A 2 angles from shore. B 2 angles from boat. C 1 angle from shore and other from the boat. D fixed intersecting ranges. The correct answer is 1 angle from shore and other from the boat. An open channel carrying supercritical flow is provided with a smooth expansion along the direction of flow. When no other considerations interfere, then the water surface A before transition will rise. B after transition will rise. C before transition will drop. D after transition will drop. The correct answer is after transition will rise. A sewer is laid from a manhole A to a manhole B 250 m apart along a downward gradient of 1 in 250. If the reduced level of the invert at A is 205.75 m and the height of the boring rod is 3 m, then reduced level of the site rail at B is A 202.75 m, B 206.75 m, C 208.75 m, D 211.75 m. The correct answer is 206.75 m. A body of mass 4 kg moving at 12 ms collides with another body of mass 8 kg and adheres to it. The resultant velocity of the total mass in ms will be A 4.0, B 5.0, C 6.0, D 7.0. The correct answer is 4.0. A soil sample is having a specific gravity of 2.60 and a void ratio of 0.78. The water content in percentage required to fully saturate the soil at the void ratio would be A 10, B 30, C 50, D 70. The correct answer is 30. A rectangular channel carries a discharge of 5 m3s. The channel is 2 m wide. What is the critical depth of the flow? A 1.25 m, B 1.07 m, C 0.565 m, D 0.86 m. The correct answer is 0.86 m. The discharge per unit drawdown at the well is known as A specific yield, B specific storage, C specific retention, D specific capacity. The correct answer is specific capacity. At a certain point in a strained material there are two mutually perpendicular stresses x 100 Nmm to tensile and x 50 Nmm to compressive. Notations: tension, compression. What are the values of the principal stresses in MM2 at that point? A 150, B 150, C 7525, D 7525. The correct answer is 150. Which of the following materials are used as landfill salients for the control of gas and leachate movements? 1. Lime. 2. Sand. 3. Bentonite. 4. Fly ash. 5. Butyl rubber. Select the correct answer from the codes given below. A 1, 2 and 3. B 4 and 5. C 3 and 5. D 1, 2 and 4. The correct answer is 3 and 5. In a three-dimensional incompressible flow, the velocity component in the x and y directions are u2x2z26 and vy22z27. What is the velocity component in the z direction? A 2xz2yzfxy, B 2xz4yzfxy, C 4xz2yzfxy, D 4xz2yzfxy. The correct answer is 4xz2yzfxy. Which one of the following shovel excavators is considered most efficient in loading carriers? A dipper shovel, B dragline, C backhoe, D clamshell. The correct answer is backhoe. Brake is applied on a vehicle which then skids a distance of 16 m before coming to stop. If the developed average coefficient of friction between the tires and the pavement is 0.4, then the speed of the vehicle before skidding would have been nearly A 20 kmph, B 30 kmph, C 40 kmph, D 50 kmph. The correct answer is 40 kmph. A right-angled triangular channel symmetrical in section about the vertical carries a discharge of 5 m3s with a velocity of 1.25 ms. What is the approximate value of the Froude number of the flow? A 0.3, B 0.4, C 0.5, D 0.6. The correct answer is 0.4. Which one of the following pairs is not correctly matched? A water losses, evaporation, B runoff, stream flow, C percolation, soil erosion, D storm, precipitation. The correct answer is water losses, evaporation. Which of the following pairs is correctly matched? A Froude's number, inertial to surface tension force, B Mach number, inertial to elastic force, C Euler number, inertial to gravity force, D Reynolds number, inertial to pressure force. The correct answer is Mach number, inertial to elastic force. The flownet of activities of a project is shown in the given figure. The duration of the activities are written along the arrows. The critical path of the activities is along A 124578, B 123578, C 123678, D 12453678. The correct answer is 123578. Consider the following statement. 1. Hydraulic gradient required to initiate quick condition is independent of the ratio of volume of voids of solids in a soil mass. 2. Initiation of piping under hydraulic structures can be prevented by increasing the length of flow path of water. 3. Seepage pressure is independent of the coefficient of permeability. Of these statements, A 1, 2 and 3 are correct. B 1 and 2 are correct. C 1 and 3 are correct. D 2 and 3 are correct. The correct answer is 2 and 3 are correct. Which of the following waste disposal tasks are achieved by a septic tank with its dispersion tranche? 1. Aerobic sludge digestion. 2. Settling and anaerobic sludge digestion 3. Anaerobic sewage stabilization 4. Bio-oxidation of effluent. Select the correct answer using the codes given below. A1 and 3. B3 and 4. C2 and 4. D1 and 4. The correct answer is 2 and 4. The expansion and shrinkage of plywoods are comparatively very low as A. They are held in position by adhesives. B. They are glued under pressure. C. Plies are placed at right angles to each other. D. They are prepared from veneers. The correct answer is plies are placed at right angles to each other. Which one of the following methods is usually adopted for site welding of rails? A. Gas pressure welding. B. Electric arc welding. C. Thermite welding. D. Flash butt welding. The correct answer is electric arc welding. In a simply supported beam AB of span L, the midpoint is C. In case 1, the beam is loaded by a central concentrated load W. In case 2, the beam is subjected to a U.D.L of intensity W such that WLW. The ratio of central deflection in case 1 to that in case 2 is A 5:3, B 3:5, C 5:8, D 8:5. The correct answer is 8:5. An imaginary line passing through the optical center of the objective and the optical center of the eyepiece in the telescope of a surveying instrument is called the A. Horizontal axis, B. Line of collimation, C. Optical axis of the telescope, D. Reference axis. The correct answer is line of collimation. Which of the following air pollutants are responsible for photochemical smog? 1. Oxides of nitrogen. 2. Ozone. 3. Unburnt hydrocarbons. 4. Carbon monoxide. Select the correct answer from the codes given below. A1 alone, B2 3 and 4, C1 3 and 4, D1 and 3. The correct answer is 1 and 3. Consider the following statements. Excess of sulfur in steel results in 1. Red shortness. 2. Segregation. 3. Cold shortness. Of these statements, A1 alone is correct. B2 alone is correct. C2 and 3 are correct. D1 and 2 are correct. The correct answer is 1 alone is correct. Which one of the following pairs is not correctly matched? A. Declination horizontal angle between magnetic meridian. True meridian. B. Baudich's rule employed to adjust closing error of a closed traverse. C. Deflection angle measured in case of open traverse instead of measuring included angle. D. Reconnaissance survey employed for detailed and precise survey. The correct answer is reconnaissance survey employed for detailed and precise survey. Consider the following statements. Some amount of chlorides is allowed in drinking water because 1. It helps in killing bacteria. 2. Small quantity of chlorides adds to the taste. 3. It is not injurious to human health. 4. It is not economical to remove it completely. Which of these statements are correct? A1 2 and 4, B1 2 and 3, C2 3 and 4, D1 3 and 4. The correct answer is 1 3 and 4. A simply supported rectangular beam of span L and depth D carries a central load W. What ratio of maximum deflection to maximum bending stress is? A. L2 6 ed. B. L2 8 ed. C. L2 48 ed. D. L2 12 ed. The correct answer is L2 6 ed. A short bar element of uniform cross-section is subjected to concentrated axial forces at its two ends. The longitudinal stress distribution on the cross-section is uniform at A. all sections, B. the two ends only, C. the mid-section only, D. Sections reasonably away from the two ends of the bar. The correct answer is all sections. When power shovels are operated under different site conditions in terms of material handled, what is the correct sequence in the increasing order of the output for the following materials? 1. Well blasted rock. 2. Hard and tough clay. 3. Poorly blasted rock. 4. Moist loam or sand. Select the correct answer using the code given below. A 1234, B 1432, C 4231, D 4312. The correct answer is 4231. In a saturated clay layer undergoing consolidation with single drainage at its top, the pore water pressure would be the maximum at its A. top, B. middle, C. bottom, D. top as well as the bottom. The correct answer is bottom. A flownet constructed to determine the seepage through an earth dam which is homogeneous but anisotropic gave 4 flow channels and 16 equipotential drops. The coefficients of permeability in the horizontal and vertical directions are 4x10⁷ ms and 1.0x10⁷ ms respectively. If the storage head was 20 m, then the seepage per unit length of the dam in M3S would be A 5x10⁷, B 10x10⁷, C 20x10⁷, D 40x10⁷. The correct answer is 10x10⁷. A roaring rail has which one of the following defects? A. Split on head of rail, B. minute depression and waves on the surface of rails, C. split on web portion of rail, D. square cracks on the surface of rail. The correct answer is minute depression and waves on the surface of rails. While aligning a hill road with a ruling gradient of 1 in 20, horizontal curve of radius 80 m is encountered. The compensated gradient on the curve will be A 1 in 15, B 1 in 17, C 1 in 25, D 1 in 27. The correct answer is 1 in 25. Stratification of water with depth in reservoir with free surface is based on temperature. The dark stagnant cooler water layer is known as A. epilimnion, B. hypolimnion, C. metalimnion, D. boundary. The correct answer is hypolimnion. The following steps are involved in arriving at a unit hydrograph. 1. Estimating the surface runoff in depth. 2. Estimating the surface runoff in volume. 3. Separation of base flow. 4. Dividing surface runoff ordinates by depth of runoff. The correct sequence of the steps is A 3214, B 2341, C 3124, D 4321. The correct answer is 2341. What type of vibrator is used for concreting thin section as well as heavily reinforced section? A. Vibrating needle, B. Internal vibrator, C. Surface vibrator, D. Form vibrator. The correct answer is form vibrator. The difference between the sum of the angles of a plane triangle and the sum of the angles of a spherical triangle is 1 second when the triangle on the Earth's surface has an area of about A. 105 sq km, B. 135 sq km, C. 159 sq km, D. 195 sq km. The correct answer is 195 sq km. Consider the following statements. 1. The standard penetration test is a reliable method for measuring the relative density of granular soils. 2. For a sand having the same relative density and values remain the same at all depths. 3. For a sand having the same relative density and values are different at different depths. Which of the statements given above are correct? A 1, 2 and 3. B 1 and 2. C only 3. D 1 and 3. The correct answer is 1 and 3. In a plane table survey, the plane table station position was to be fixed with respect to 3 reference points. It was found that one of the reference points was not visible due to some obstruction. It was therefore decided to make use of the other 2 points only. Which one of the following statements is true regarding the determination of station position? Other work can be done faster. B 2 settings of the plane table will be needed but the work will be accurate. C only one setting of the table is needed, however the work will be less accurate. D the work will be less accurate and time consuming. The correct answer is 2 settings of the plane table will be needed but the work will be accurate. Putty is made up of A white lead and turpentine, B powdered chalk and raw linseed oil, C red lead and linseed oil, D zinc oxide and boiled linseed oil. The correct answer is powdered chalk and raw linseed oil. Why are weep holes provided at the back of retaining walls? A to reduce the active earth pressure on the walls, B to reduce the build-up of hydrostatic pressure, C to provide better compaction, D to increase the passive earth pressure. The correct answer is to reduce the build-up of hydrostatic pressure. For the frame shown in the figure, the distribution factors for members BC and BA at joint B are A 0.4 0.6, B 0.5 0.5, C 0.6 0.4, D 0.7 0.3. The correct answer is 0.6 0.4. Force in the member AB of the frame shown in the given figure will be A0, BW, CW2, D. The correct answer is 0. What should be the minimum grade of reinforced concrete in and around sea coast construction? A M35, B M30, C M25, D M20. The correct answer is M30. A sand deposit has a porosity of 1,3 and its specific gravity is 2.5. The critical hydraulic rediant to cause sand boiling in the stratum will be A 1.5, B 1.25, C 1.0, D 0.75. The correct answer is 1.0.